Alright guys, this is Caleb with Stain and Seal Experts, and today we're doing a really light to medium strip on an old deck here. So this deck is about 5 years old, and it had an old oil-based penetrating stain applied to it about 2.5 years ago, and it's time to do some maintenance to it. And so I just want to walk you through it and show you what we're looking for before we get started. Alright, so this particular deck, all the screws have been set by the homeowner before we got here. And so basically we're just looking to see what is here. And if you look at the rails and things, I can see it's just a really old penetrating coating that's starting to fail. There's very little color left, and there's no sealing properties at all left. So all we're going to do is just a really mild strip on this one. So we'll use our wood cleaner, and we'll go at about 8 ounces per gallon, and it'll take every bit of this off, and it'll be a nice and easy clean. And we'll follow that up with a brightener. And so we should be in and out on this job. A lot of you folks see jobs like this. You have a deck like this in your backyard. It's actually a pretty easy job, but it's detailed. So follow us, buckle up for the ride, and we're gonna get started. First thing we're gonna do is pre-wet this whole deck. We're just gonna do a fine mist with a power washer to wet everything down. And then we're gonna apply our pump up sprayer of wood cleaner. Let that sit until we think the time's right. It may be 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. And then we're going to start rinsing, just a really good light rinsing motion where we go the full length of every board and until there's no stain left, and then we'll brighten it. So let's go. And we're ready. So we've got our wood cleaner and the sprayer here, and I really love these Scott sprayers. They just, over and over again, we just keep coming back to them. We get a good life out of them. They've got a multi-directional head here. We get 3 different patterns, so they work great. We're gonna put this down somewhere around 100 to 200 square feet per gallon. It's gonna get a nice saturating coat on everything, and we wanna keep it wet, so let's go. All right, we got most of this old stain off. There's a couple stubborn areas. We'll come back when we do the sanding portion of this. We love the sand decks. It really makes them pop, makes them look better. So anything that we missed, we'll get it with the sanding. You'll notice the deck, the wood's really dark right now. That's because these wood cleaners bring the tannins in the wood to the surface. And now it's time for our step 2. This is gonna be the brightener. And you'll notice this is gonna you're gonna see an immediate change when we start brightening. It'll be really easy to know where you've been and where you haven't been. It's an important step because it not only neutralizes the wood, but it makes it a more natural color, and it opens that wood grain up so that you can get nice penetration with your oil base when you get started. All right guys, we've got it rinsed off. It's finished. We did a power wash on it with medium pressure. We did a brightener on it at 1 cup per gallon, let that dwell, and then we rinsed the deck down, and then we rinsed the house, we rinsed the swimming pool, we rinsed the furniture, just rinsed all the foliage around down, and it's finished. And you'll notice it's a lot brighter, it's a lot nicer looking than it was. We'll come back next week and we'll go ahead and do a light sand on some areas, and then we'll get a stain on it. So stand by for that one.